Janae Nicole, coming to you from beautiful sunny South Florida. I hope you're having a great day. Today we'll be talking about, are you a broke entrepreneur or are you just broken? So this topic came today as this morning I got an email from Michelle Talbert. She was talking about, is your target audience broke? So, us women of color, we are holler broke in a minute, especially when somebody come and trying to sell us something that we ain't really interested in. Oh girl, I ain't got it this week. So that was the topic that she was talking about in the email. But as I was reading the post that she sent, this just came to me, so I wanted to share it with you guys today. It's a spinoff on what she said, but I'll also share a quote that she shared in the post. If you're not hip to Michelle Talbert, I'm always quoting her hashtag we all win because I just love it. And she's such a dynamic woman of color that is coming up. So if you're not hip to Michelle Talbert, look her up because she is someone that you should know and know about. And of course, I'll link to her in the show notes so you can get to her Power Hustle. I believe it's herpowerhustle.com. But anyway, so today that's what we're going to be talking about. I'll give the quote right off the top just so that you have a point of reference. Michelle Talbert said, being an entrepreneur is hard. Being a heart centered entrepreneur like us can be even more challenging, but we must honor ourselves and demand our value. As the old saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. That's where I was like, yes, honey, I raised my hand there. Yeah, so I said, I raised my hand there because I'm good at encouraging you guys that just go for it. Don't let nothing hold you back. Let's not be fearful. And I'm guilty of it too. And like I always say, I'm not just preaching to y'all, I'm preaching to myself too. So when I'm saying these things, a lot of times I'm ministering to myself as well. Not being a cheapskate. I got my cheapskate ways and I love to be hard on a dime. And it is biting me in the tail in a lot of ways where I'm having to do so much more work than if I was to outsource some things. But part of it is being cheap and part of it is just being so, what's the word? Protective of my baby that I don't want to let somebody else do the work. But in the meanwhile, I could be so much further if I quit being cheap and quit being so overprotective. But either way, I say, this is a departure from what her point was, but I'm going to title this, Are You a Broke Entrepreneur or Are You Just Broken? And I'm not talking about broken as far as defeated. I'm talking about broken as far as your mindset. And a lot of us have this mindset that, oh, I can't spend it right now because I don't have it. But one of my good friends said, we buy what we want to buy. We find money for what we want to. So, for instance, me and my husband just had this trip that we went to Chicago. And, we had been squirreling little money away. And I'm just like, okay, every month we hollering broke and we can't do X, Y, and Z, but we pulled it together for this trip. And no problem. For anything else that we keep saying, like, oh, we want to do X, we want to do Y, and we want to do Z, but we can't make it happen. And I'm like, between the two of us, we make more than enough money to make whatever we want to make happen. And it's just a matter of priority. What is priority in your life and what's priority in your mind with us having this mind frame of broke? And I say that mindset is a broken mindset because if we put our mind to it, if it's something that we want, we're going to get it. But when it comes to our dream, man, it seems like the well dries up, especially in our mindset. So that's why I say, are you broke or are you really broken? The other part of mindset, of course, is one of my favorite sayings is, the adage that, watch what you think about, you bring about, and then what you say is what you see. And I firmly believe that, we have the power. What God say, you have the power of life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we say our words form our world. And if we're constantly saying, I don't have it, I'm gonna have to push this off to the next time, and that sort of thing, if we have this pauper mentality and we keep speaking these words that are technically not true. Yeah, we might be tight, but we can move some things around when we want to. Because if emergency pop up and that tire, a tire blow, we'll find $300-400 like nothing, because it's an emergency and things need to be taken care of, and you can't go to work if you don't have tires on the car. Just let us be mindful of watching our words and watching our thoughts, because that is what's going to shape our world. And I just want us to be women of color who are speaking things, speaking positivity, and speaking our truth, and not letting negative thoughts and emotions rule our pocketbooks. And I just want to touch on this piece where Michelle said being an entrepreneur is hard, and being a heart-centered entrepreneur like us can be even more challenging, because we want to help people. We have a heart for people, and we want to see people succeed, even to sometimes our own detriment. And it's good to help people, and it's good to give back, but at the same time, we're running a business, ladies, so be mindful to keep from giving everything away. I hate that sounds so terrible. Like, I sound like a Scrooge right now, but it's true. We will give everything away and have nothing to show for it at the end of the day and be sick. And like Michelle was saying in her article, yeah, women of color, we tend to be a little tight on the purse strings. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. That sounds terrible. If you are in a situation where your target audience is claiming broke, just like Michelle was talking about in her article that I read today. Is it that they're really broke? Like I said, think about you. We claim, I'm good to holler broke, but like I said, if that tire blow out, I'm gonna find $300-400 and make sure that I can get to work tomorrow. Think about that when you are positioning your product and your prices. Don't cower to somebody being like, oh, well, can you take $20 or $30 off? Absolutely not. This is a business. You're not going to ask Chanel to take $20-30 off. So give me my money and let's keep it moving. So just be mindful that people pay for what they want. And if your target is hollering broke, okay, well, maybe this isn't the right time for you, and we'll touch bases later. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Michelle has in store this week, to see what her follow up to this is. But it was really good what she was saying. Like I said, I'll definitely link to her in the show notes, because I just love getting her emails. They're always so funny and witty. I just love them. She is such a cool person. Definitely check her out. So I'm not going to stress this episode out any longer. I just wanted to drop that quick little nugget that I got from Michelle today and just kind of expound on what I got from it. It wasn't exactly her point, but that's what was speaking to my spirit right today. Yeah. Of course, you can get all the information, anything I talked about, the links to Michelle's site on JanaeNicole.com. Holler at me at the Job Optional Podcast on Facebook, or J Janae on Twitter, or Job Opt. Alright, girls. Know that you are loved, and I'll holla. Bye.